Welcome, folks in Hawaii. Aloha, and welcome to the Hawaii Virtual College Fair hosted by the Hawaii ACAC and powered by StrideScan. My name is Earl Makeham, and I serve as your host. Tonight we have 6 schools presenting to you: Johnson & Wales, Redlands, Northern Arizona University, the University of Arizona, Willamette, and Lewis and Clark. And you will hear from all 6 in just a few minutes. A few housekeeping items. The Q&A function is live, so please do post your questions to our panelists on the Q&A. Your camera and microphone are off. They cannot see you or hear you. If there are other sessions that you want to sign up for, please access those on the link. And this is being recorded, so please do access that recording on the link that you signed up for this particular session. Okay, so, hey, without further ado, I'm going to turn the floor over to JW for our first presentation. Thanks, Renee. Off you go.
Thank you. Just get set up real quick. Oh. I think I just had an error on my PowerPoint. If you maybe want to go to number 2.
Sure, I can go ahead and hop on in. Will that work, Renee, for you?
I just actually got back in, so I can go. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you.
No
I
worries.
apologize, everyone. Lovely Zoom. But thank you. My name is Renee. I'm with Johnson & Wales University, and I'm also a proud alum of Johnson & Wales also. Johnson & Wales is a private, not-for-profit university, and we have been around just over 100 years. We started off as a business school in Providence, Rhode Island, and we added our additional regional campus in Charlotte, North Carolina. So now we have the 2 locations, and once you're accepted to one, you're actually accepted to 2. So you can go from one location to the other if you choose to do so. Now, Johnson & Wales in Providence, we are in the smallest state of Rhode Island, but in actuality, there's about 30,000 college students with all the colleges and universities in the Providence area. And we're right here, smack in the middle of everything with this green patch of grass with dorms, administrative housing, right in the middle of the city, within walking distance to all the restaurants, shops, and movie theaters. You really don't need a car to get around. It's more of a nuisance. We have a great public transportation system that will help get you where you need to go, whether it be Boston, whether it be New York, everything is very close by. Now you can see with Johnson & Wales in our Providence location, undergraduate students, we were voted by Money magazines as one of their best colleges with over 6,700 students. So you'll definitely be a big fish in a small pond. We also have our regional campus in Charlotte, North Carolina, and similar to Providence, right in the middle of the city within walking distance to everything. Charlotte's actually home to the 2nd largest contingency of Fortune 500 companies. So wonderful location for our business students, our culinary, and our hospitality students as well. And being a regional campus, it's definitely on the smaller side, just over 1,500 students, but nice to be recognized by the Wall Street Journal and the Times of Higher Education. Now at Johnson & Wales, this is a great website to look at. We have 6 schools and colleges, close to 60 majors. Maybe you know what you want to focus in on, maybe you're not sure. This is a great website to kind of guide you based upon what you enjoy doing. Is there something specific that you like doing in high school that you might see yourself doing for the next 20 or 30 years down the road? These are some of our more popular majors, and we're always adding to that. So whether it be arts and sciences, business, health and wellness, technology, hospitality, or culinary, Johnson & Wales could be your go-to school. These are some of the new majors that we've introduced this year and some that are being developed for introduction next year. Data analytics, exercise science, sustainable food systems, some of the more popular ones. At Johnson & Wales, we have small classes, like I mentioned. You'll never be in a lecture style class with 500 students. On average, we have 18 students to one professor. So you do really get to know your classmates well and your professors too. Now there's 3 parts to our curriculum at Johnson & Wales that are a little bit different than traditional college or university. Our freshmen are taking classes specific to their major starting right from the beginning, very first semester. That continues through sophomore year, and then junior, senior year rolls around, and that's when those general education classes will take place. We have learning labs, so more of that hands-on learning by doing experience. Whether you're in Providence or whether you're in Charlotte, you'll follow that same pathway with the hands-on learning. And then we believe in internships where our students are out of the classroom working into the field of study. You can do an internship here in the US, or you can actually go overseas. But this is a great stat. 71% of our students that participate in a paid internship actually have a job offer from that company even prior to graduation. So we're definitely making sure that we're getting our students set up to be successful even before college is over. We do have study abroad, so it's a great way for our students to kind of see how things are being done in the US and how they're doing them overseas. 80 different programs, 40 different countries, so specific to your major. We'll be really all glad once that picks back up again. Now, what has put Johnson & Wales on the map is our College of Culinary Arts, and it's now called, it's been in the works for a few years, and we have a lot of Hawaiian students that come over for our College of Culinary Arts. It's now called the College of Food, Innovation, and Technology. So anything to do with food, whether it be culinary science, product development, performance nutrition, working with professional athletes. Johnson & Wales, again, anything to do with food will be your go-to. We'll always have the culinary, the back of the house, the front of the house, the beverage management, but it's so much more. So if you're interested in a food basis as a college program to do, you know, for what you enjoy doing, again, Johnson & Wales will be your go-to school. Lots of ways to get involved. The more involved you are, the better you'll do academically. We have 150 clubs, organizations, we have fraternities, sororities, we have student government, intramurals, so lots of ways to get involved. We do have a 2-year residency requirement. Again, students that are involved who have more, are shown to do better academically. So we do ask our students to stay with us for 2 years. We're part of the NCAA in Providence and NAIA in Charlotte. Quite a few Hawaiians come over and participate in our athletic programs, so we're happy to always share that with our students. Talking about the financial aid side, we offer 94% of our students do receive financial assistance. Merit scholarships range from $7,000 to $21,000 and are renewable each year. We work with the FAFSA. You can come online and take a virtual tour. If you're interested in culinary, you can join one of our cook-alongs. Our early action deadline's coming up. It's November 1st. We're SAT, ACT optional, and our regular deadline is March 1st. So still time to catch that early action deadline. Our website to apply. And if you want to scan this QR code, definitely be my guest, and hopefully I can answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you so much. Next up is Redlands. Belinda, off you go.
Belinda, you're on mute.
Yes. Can you all just give me a thumbs up if I've got, can you see my screen good? All right, perfect. All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Belinda Sandoval Saswetha. I am the Associate VP of Admissions at the University of Redlands, and I work with all of our students from Hawaii. So just want to thank you all and let you know that talking to you about the University of Redlands in 6 minutes is probably one of the most difficult things for me to do. So I'm going to invite you to learn more if there are things that pique your curiosity. But I'm going to run through some of this just to give you a little bit of information about who we are. So the first thing for you to be aware of is that we are in Southern California. We are what I call kind of in the heart of Southern California, with being between the beaches, the mountains, and the deserts, and some of the most iconic and beautiful places in Southern California. We have a 160-acre campus. It's an easy walk through campus. You don't need to have a car to get through into the downtown area for dining and just kind of hanging out. A huge farmers market every Thursday. And then also kind of to get up to sort of northern Redlands, where we have huge shopping center, a movie theater, and all kinds of eating places. So our students really do enjoy the accessibility to get from our campus to the places that students hang out in downtown and, like I said, in northern Redlands, but also getting out away from campus, out into the mountains, out to the beach, heading to downtown LA. All of that is really accessible within 60-mile radius of the campus. The campus is also has a lot of open spaces, a lot of palm trees and orange groves, and so it really does lend itself for you to be outdoors. Maybe you're studying under a tree, maybe you have a class outside. The other piece that's really important about who we are is that we talk a lot about this idea of educating hearts and minds. That really is our mission. And this idea that you're going to learn a lot in the classroom, but we want you to be able to take those lessons out into the world. So there are lots of ways for you to do that. Our community service opportunities are immense. There's a lot for you to do. In fact, community service is built into our curriculum, so a lot of students really do look at us for that. Our campus is very diverse. We have over 2,500 undergraduate students representing 45 states, 45 countries of citizenship. Over 50% of our students identify as students of color, and in this first year class, about 45% of our students identified as first gen. So a lot of different lived experiences, ways of thought, which really adds to the intellectual experience on our campus. We do have a residential campus. We have 14 different residence halls. Our students are required to live on campus to really just kind of be in with everyone, learning and growing and exploring together. We have over 120 different clubs and organizations. We compete in Division III athletic program, and we have 21 different sports and over 200 different types of events that we have on campus every year. So speakers, theater productions, music, concerts, and so forth. So a lot to do. We also offer over 40 different types of academic programs that you can select from. Lots of really interesting majors, lots of different combinations. We don't admit students under a specific major, so you have the opportunity to explore and to try some new things. Students just do have to declare their major by the end of their sophomore year. Our average class size is about 18, and we have one faculty for every 13 students. Your faculty, you will have an advisor, actually a faculty advisor, even before you start school with us. And that person is your advisor until you officially declare a major. So you will never be left alone. You will have support all along the way, even before day one. Most popular majors are communication, sciences and communicative sciences and disorders, psychology, business, as well as our Johnston program, which is a program where you can create your own major. In addition to that, we also have a school of music, and while it is not a conservatory, it is taught sort of in a conservatory style. So there are 2 degrees, a lot of hands-on work, and you're doing music theory as well as performance. So really a wonderful opportunity if you are a musician. The University of Redlands does really pride itself on a holistic review process. We are also test optional, and you have an assigned admission counselor from the very first moment that you inquire. And so we are here for you as you navigate the process, everything from submitting your application to wanting more information about a financial aid award letter, let's say, and you kind of want to walk through it line by line. That's what we're here for. We do use the common application for both our first year and our transfer application. And then you can see kind of the requirements there on the slide. We know that the cost of education is always on the minds of students. We want to let you know that we have very generous financial aid packages. We offer merit as well as our own institutional funds based on need, a combination of need and merit. And we also offer talent-based scholarships, and then we would ask that you apply for federal financial aid if you want to be considered for that. Lastly, I'll kind of end my presentation in letting you know that it's important for us that we let you know that we're going to support your transition from the moment that you join us way past the time that you leave us. One of those ways is what we call our 4-year promise. You work with your faculty to create a program that allows for you to graduate in 4 years' time, and we know that's really important as you think about college options. And through that time, we're going to be able to support you through research, opportunities, internships, networks, building your network, building your meetings with alumni, and just helping you prepare to transition into your professional work life. So with that, we'll just leave it at, we hope that you will be interested and explore the University of Redlands. I hope to be able to meet you very soon.
Thank you, Belinda. All right, next up, the University of Northern Arizona. Off you go.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Tyler Siegler. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Northern Arizona University. I am actually regionally based in Honolulu, so I am living through the various quarantines, lockdowns, tier reopenings, etc. that all of you are. My contact information on the screen for you here should you have questions once I am finished today. I always like to start off though by talking about how Flagstaff is just a little bit different than our stereotype of Arizona. So when you think of Arizona, you generally think that it's hot, that it's desert, and it's full of cactus. Beautiful, but very much a desert. We are not that. We are the cool part of Arizona, quite literally. The only city in the state that's never hit 100 degrees. You will have the opportunity to experience all 4 seasons, including winter. So if you've never gotten the chance to experience snow before, you'll definitely be able to do that. But the nice thing, though, about where we live, unlike where I grew up in Montana, is that Flagstaff is very much an island in the sky. And what I mean by that is that you can drive 25 minutes in any direction and boom, you're back in the desert. So you can wake up in the morning, drive to Sedona, hike around the famous Red Rocks in your slippers and shorts, and then come back in the afternoon and still build a snowman. Flagstaff does have an airport. Both United and American fly into it. Our permanent resident population, about 75,000. You add in the students and the folks living on the outskirts of the town, and we are a greater community at peak of about 100,000 people. We are the smallest smallest public university in the state of Arizona, but we are by no means a small university. We have about 22,000 students on our campus, 40% of which come from outside the state of Arizona. They come from all 50 states. Hawaii, our number 5 state where students come from. We receive, on average, about 120 new students from Hawaii every year. So there are about 500 students from Hawaii on campus. A picture there is actually part of our Hapa Hawaiian Club, definitely a great support network for you. You do not have to be Hapa Hawaiian or even from Hawaii to join, but most students certainly check at least one of those boxes. Definitely a way to find that ohana on campus. About 25% of our freshmen do come in as what we call exploratory or undecided, undeclared. So while the first question, quite literally, everybody and your uncles are asking you is, what are you going to major in? Just know that that's not a question that should stress you out yet. But we do offer about 100 different majors, everything from business to astronomy, to hotel restaurant management, to music and theater, to education. You have plenty of options on campus. More than 400 different clubs and organizations. We're a Division I school playing in the Big Sky Conference. We actually do not require that students live on campus their first year, though it is strongly recommended. 90% of freshmen live on campus. Y'all are moving from 3,000 miles away. Life is just going to be easier if you live on campus. We have 23 different residence halls, 12 of which are for freshman students. You won't choose between all 12 freshman residence halls, though, because we do use the residential college model, which means that you'll be living with other students who have the same or similar major as you. The admissions process at NAU is very straightforward. So first, we are a rolling admission university, which means we don't really have a deadline other than May 1st of your senior year. Please do not wait until May 1st of your senior year to apply. Try to apply sometime during the fall semester of your senior year. That way you won't miss any other priority dates or deadlines. We never compare your application against anybody else's application. We compare it against the standards that we've set forth, and if you meet those standards, you're admitted. We do not require an essay, we do not require letters of recommendation, and we are test score optional. This was true well before the time of COVID, but now that for most students on the island, it's nearly impossible to take the exam, just know we do not need it. It will not hurt your chances for admissions or scholarship. So rather, we are looking at your primary academic courses that you took in high school, or what we call your core courses. And there are 16 of them. You can see those on the screen. If you have all 16 of those core courses and at least a 3.0 unweighted GPA in those classes, you are automatically admitted. If you have below a 3.0 but above a 2.5, and or you're missing one or two of those core courses, you're still considered for admission. It just takes a second round of review. Your application to NAU is really a two-in-one application. It's your application for admission, but it's also your application for scholarship. So first, as a student from Hawaii, if you were admitted to NAU, you will automatically receive the WUI, or Western Undergraduate Exchange tuition rate. This is not in-state tuition. You pay 150% of the in-state tuition rate, but it is a savings of nearly $9,000 per year. Now, we want to be transparent with you about all of those costs. Tuition is the single largest expense, but certainly not the only thing that you're going to need to pay for. We assume that you're going to want a place to live and food to eat and books for your classes, so try to give you an accurate estimate on the left-hand side. In addition to WUI, you are automatically evaluated for two additional scholarships, the Blue and the Gold Scholarship. These are stackable on top of your WUI tuition discount. So to receive the Blue Scholarship, you need to have between a 3.0 and a 3.49 unweighted core GPA. That's it, no test scores. For the Gold Scholarship, you need to have between a 3.5 and a 4.0 unweighted core GPA worth an additional $6,000. We understand that visiting from the islands was never easy to do to start with, and in the time of COVID, almost impossible. But we do have two different virtual tours for you to take. Those are not 45-minute YouTube videos, they are interactive, so definitely encourage you to check those out. And of course, email or call me at any time if you have questions later on. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Thank you so much. Next up, U of A. Off you go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lillian Dotran. I'm the admissions counselor from the University of Arizona. I'm regionally based in Seattle, Washington, so I am your representative. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll share my contact information towards the end. The University of Arizona is located in Tucson, so we're in southern Arizona, so we're about 2 hours south of Phoenix. We are on 1 square mile. When we first opened, we were founded before Arizona was even a state. We were just a territory at the time. So we graduated our first class of 3 students, and from 1 building, we grew to 1 square mile. So we're a pretty large campus, but we're not too large. We're still walkable. It's still easy to navigate and get around, and we are a bike-friendly school. We've also grown in numbers. We have about 45,000 students total at the U of A. About 35,000, just a little bit over, is our undergraduate population. Our first year population is about 8,000 per year, and we do get about 40% of our students from out of state, coming from all 50 states. So we are a pretty diverse campus. Our average class size is 20 to 29. So you can see we're a really large public school, but we're still committed in providing you with more classroom-based education. So students feel it's a little bit more individualized. So professors do have open office hours. For the most part, your classes are classroom-based, especially for math, lab sciences, English classes, and world language. Your freshman year, you might have some lecture hall style courses with maybe 200 to 300 students. But the nice thing is that those classes will break out into smaller groups. So they are more classroom-based, where you'll work with a graduate assistant or research assistant, and they'll go over everything the professor discussed during lectures. That way you can have time to work with your peers and do group collaboration work. Our students to faculty ratio is 15 to 1. Some colleges at the University of Arizona is actually a little bit smaller. Our College of Fine Arts is actually 9 to 1. We have 20 colleges at the University of Arizona. I'll kind of go over some popular majors that we have. We have over 200 majors and over 200 minors. Our Eller College of Management is our business school. It is ranked top 20 in the nation for public business schools. Our engineering college offers 15 engineering majors. The most popular are mechanical, electrical, civil, biomedical, and aerospace. We also have a medical school, so students can do a pre-med track in biology, chemistry, or physiology with our College of Medicine. And we have a dance program that is ranked with Juilliard. There's a lot to choose from. Students can double major, minor, and still stay on track for the 4 years. Our only 5-year program is architecture. Not only do we have support services to help students academically, make sure that you're getting the support and resources you need. We have the SALT Center, which is a center for students with learning challenges and learning differences, where we do provide a lot of resources and technology. So we have a mentorship, advising. We also offer technology for text to audio, note-taking devices. So those are offered at the SALT Center. We also have think tanks on campus, which are in multiple locations where we offer free and fee-based tutoring and test preparation. Not only that, but we think it's really important that you do get that professional support, and we can prepare you to get those skills to use in a career or a job. Our students do find internships and jobs. We have career fairs on campus. We also have capstone or research opportunities for students. Our student engagement office can help find volunteer work or get involved in the community. And we do have student government, so if students want to hold a leadership position. We're the only AAU member in Arizona, which stands for the Association of American University, which comprises of 65 colleges throughout the nation. And what we offer is research opportunities for students. I'll kind of briefly go over some that we are currently involved in or students have done in the past. OSIRIS-REx is a big one just because astronomy is known in Tucson and just in Arizona. So our students can get involved in OSIRIS-REx, which is a research in leading a mission with NASA to an asteroid, where we will split the sample with NASA. We've been involved in every single NASA mission. Since we are in the desert, we do work in developing water conservation programs. And students in education can actually work with the Tucson community in enhancing education in K-12 schools. One that I would like to highlight is our Aztec lab, which is our simulation lab, which could be used for medical sciences, pharmaceutical science, for students interested in the medical side. And it's really cool. I highly recommend checking it out, and I would love to talk more about it if I had more time. We have over 600 different clubs and organizations. About 70% of our students are involved in some type of club organization. We have academic-based clubs, cultural-based clubs, political-based, religious-based. We also have Greek life, so we do have fraternities and sororities on our campus. And we have clubs based on interests, just things that you like to do. If you like to do yoga, if you like outdoor activities or dancing, or if you like music, we also have a cappella teams. We offer study abroad. As of right now, we're not traveling, but hopefully by summer of 2021, we can start up our study abroad program again. We have 8 student centers at the U of A, and they all kind of have unique opportunities for students to really get involved with the community. Sometimes they're involved in social justice and just events on campus. We have 23 dorms at the U of A, and we do not require students to live on campus. Tucson is Arizona's second largest city, but we do feel more like a college town. I just want to note that we do not require test scores for seniors applying for fall 2021 for merit scholarships or for admissions. We offer a lot of events online, so you can go visit us, tour our campus virtually, and this is my contact information. So feel free to contact me if you have any other questions.
All right, thanks, Lillian. Willamette, you're up next.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to talk to you a little bit about Willamette University. My name is Mary Randers. I'm the Dean of Admission here at Willamette, and I look forward to talking to you over the next 6 minutes to tell you a little bit more about Willamette's story and introduce you to a few of the things that I think make us unique. Let me try to get used to doing both, toggling my slides and talking to you at the same time. Willamette is located in Salem, Oregon. It is Oregon's capital. We are a liberal arts college supported by graduate programs in business, law, and theology. We're located in a part of the country that is sought after for its natural beauty, diverse ecosystems, and outdoor opportunities. Willamette is the most historic university in the Western United States, founded before Oregon was even a state. Willamette began to co-educate and shape innovative leaders right from the beginning, including our very first graduate, Emily York. As things like business, government, education, and medicine were being established in the American West, it was Willamette's alumni who were equipped to lead and make an impact as these industries literally grew up around us. I mentioned our history because it's important to understand Willamette's rich history in order to understand who we are as an institution now. Willamette's legacy of leadership and impact in the community is exactly what current Willamette students find here today. We are a place that turns knowledge into action. We've built an institution around a motto that informs the current Willamette experience in a very real way. The motto was established at our founding. Not into ourselves alone are we born, or as you see here on the screen, non nobis solum nati sumus. Our motto sums up what those early alumni knew from their time at Willamette. We are in the world together. Our education should be a time that we practice and explore how we'll have an impact on others. And we talk about the motto a lot and continually challenge ourselves to live it in new and varied ways. Willamette does an exceptional job providing students with opportunities, both in and outside the classroom, to practice our motto, making positive change through leadership, service, and innovation. In the classroom, Willamette students meet in small groups where highly engaged faculty lead discussion and activity-based classes. These small groups are interactive and designed to help students develop the important skills that will see them through their lives and careers. Skills like critical thinking, creative problem solving, and the ability to consider diverse perspectives. Our faculty are accomplished academics. They write, they create, they publish extensively, but first and foremost, they're teachers and mentors. Willamette faculty serve our students to help them learn so they can grow and change as the world changes around them. It's no wonder Willamette has had more Oregon Professors of the Year than any other college in the state, by quite a margin. We strongly feel that the incredible learning environment at Willamette is critically supported by experiential learning and co-curricular opportunities. Things like study abroad, hands-on research, internships are all integral to out-of-classroom experiences that develop all Willamette students. Our unique location also contributes significantly to our ability to provide these opportunities. Let me tell you a little bit about our place in the world. We're an urban campus set in the center of Salem's quaint downtown corridor, and we uniquely sit right across the street from the state capitol building, sorry, 76 feet to be exact. We actually measured it last summer. You can imagine the internship and research opportunities that abound for our students in everything from politics to economics to psychology and data science, simply because of our proximity to and long-lasting relationship with the state government. Also unique to our location is our positioning to the Salem Health Hospital, one of Oregon's largest hospitals, which is directly adjacent to our campus. Our thriving pre-health programs are well supported by our relationship to this resource. Willamette also owns 305 acres of outdoor learning and laboratory space called Xena, where our students can literally dig into the dirt of this unique region, restoring habitats, participating in environmental research, and even growing vegetables through our Xena Farm Club. We're also co-located with Tokyo International University. The American Studies program through TIUA brings more than 100 students from Japan to live and learn on our campus in Salem each year. And it's a great reminder of Salem's and Willamette's strong commitment to all things global. We value the learning that comes from this exchange, as well as the amazing opportunities that are available while participating in the 66 different study abroad programs that we have to offer. As you can see, Willamette is physically located in such a way that we're literally surrounded by opportunities for students to extend their learning beyond our campus. There's so much more to say, but beyond, I think my 6 minutes are close to being up. So I just want to quickly mention that we use the Common Application. We review applications holistically. We've been fully test optional for several years. We never charge a fee to apply because we don't want that to be a barrier for students to access Willamette University. And every application is considered for our generous financial aid and merit scholarship opportunities. I hope you'll visit our website to explore more about Willamette and learn more about the opportunities that will be offered to you as a student here on our campus. Here's my contact information as well as a link where you can find more information about visiting us as we do these virtual offerings this year amidst this global pandemic. Thanks so much for giving me some of your time this afternoon, and I look forward to connecting with you soon.
All right, great. So Eric Staub, my friend from the Lewis and Clark. Off you go, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mary. That's a hard act to follow always. And we've now traveled an hour north up to Portland, Oregon. So aloha, Hawaii. My name is Eric Staub. I'm the Vice President for Admissions and Financial Aid here at Lewis and Clark College. And Hawaii is my territory. So I'm really looking forward to getting to learn all of your names and meeting you in person someday, hopefully soon. Well, wonderful. I just noticed as I'm looking at this picture that off in the distance you can see Mount St. Helens, but you get a great aerial view of our campus here. Plus, you can see off in the distance, you can see the city of Portland. Great. So Lewis and Clark is a liberal arts and science college where students and faculty pursue new ways of knowing, combining classical liberal learning with pioneering collaboration. Our students represent the next generation of global thinkers and leaders, unafraid to discard conventional thinking and outmoded preconceptions. You'll be inspired by the beauty of our natural setting here in Portland, Oregon, our commitment to interdisciplinary, experiential, and rigorous academics, and the large percentage of our students who study abroad. Lewis and Clark is where agile minds come to learn, to explore, and to work together. Lewis and Clark has just under 2,000 undergraduate students and another 1,000 graduate students as well. And our average class size is about 17 students. All of our classes are taught by professors, not graduate assistants. One of the first words that I always use to describe Lewis and Clark's academics is engaged. Students and faculty are committed to learning together in a collaborative environment in small classes where students are actively engaged in their learning. I would describe our students as curious, inquisitive, open-minded, and maybe even a little quirky. They want to learn more and to make connections across the disciplines. And they want to tackle issues with the creativity and insightful ways so that they can become better citizens of the world. So it doesn't matter if you decide to major in biology or international affairs or psychology, you will learn strong communication and quantitative skills. You will learn how to collaborate and to exercise your creativity to solve complex problems. These are exactly the kinds of skills that employers are looking for, which is why our graduates have about a 95% success rate of gaining employment within 6 months of graduating. Lewis and Clark students come from all over the world. Hawaii is always very well represented on our campus. In fact, more students at Lewis and Clark hail from Hawaii than just about any other state beyond the West Coast. There's a great picture of our annual luau that our Hawaii Club puts on. It's one of our probably most popular events that happen on our campus. So our students come together and share in an incredibly diverse array of perspectives and backgrounds. And that's important to us. It's always important to know that Lewis and Clark is an amazingly welcome and supportive place where you can truly be yourself. I'd say we are really lucky to be located here in the wonderful city of Portland. It's about 2.5 million people that live in Portland. Many of our students describe it as kind of the best of both worlds, really. We have a beautiful forested residential campus in a neighborhood right next door to a state park, a 5-minute walk from a state park. But just 6 miles away is downtown Portland and all that it has to offer. You'll have access to concerts, events, great food, and a vibrant cultural scene. But also, it means you'll have access to internship and career opportunities. Over half of our students engage in internships at some point during their 4 years at Lewis and Clark. And it's easy to get around with our free shuttle and great public transportation, bikes, of course. Portland has an amazing network of biking trails, zip cars, of course, and many other ways to get around. Our students also have incredible access to outdoor opportunities, and I know how important that is for our students from Hawaii. Right next door, as I mentioned, is a state park, the Tryon Creek State Park, with 8 miles of hiking and biking opportunities in it. And our renowned College Outdoors program provides all sorts of opportunities to explore the amazing natural environment of the Pacific Northwest. We absolutely take advantage of our close proximity to the Columbia River, Mount Hood, and the beautiful Oregon coast. Lewis and Clark has embraced a global perspective that is really quite distinctive. You really don't find that at very many other colleges, that's for sure. So many Lewis and Clark alumni reflect on their study abroad experience and describe them as transformative. Study abroad can impact your academic direction, your career focus, and your life. And you learn so much about the world and, of course, about yourself as well by being immersed in a different culture for a semester or perhaps even for a full year. If you haven't seriously considered study abroad, I really strongly encourage you to do so. And here at Lewis and Clark, we make this opportunity accessible for everyone. So if you're thinking about applying to Lewis and Clark, we have 3 important points to point out to you here. Our November 1st deadline is both for the non-binding early action program. You'll get to know about your decision by December. And then, of course, there's also the binding early decision program. So if you've started your common application, you want to get that wrapped up right away, seniors, and get that in as soon as you can. Lewis and Clark has been test optional for 30 years. We're not COVID test optional. You do not need to submit your SAT or ACT scores. They play no role in your financial aid or your admissions here at Lewis and Clark College. So also, questions about affording our private college, we can help you out. Over 90% of our students receive financial aid. All students are automatically considered for our generous merit scholarship opportunities, which go up to $30,000 a year. Applying for need-based aid, you definitely need to submit the FAFSA form as well. I'm super thrilled to have the opportunity to work with you and explore and apply to Lewis and Clark. Mahalo.
Great, Eric, mahalo. Thank you so much, folks on the other end. Just a closing slide here. All right, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all 6 presenters to tell you about their schools. Hey, I want to say, as you close out of this window, you got 4 questions that will help us at StriveScan to make this service better for you. Again, if you have the opportunity to sign up for more sessions later on down the road, please do so. And a recording of this session will be available at the link that you signed up for this particular college fair. So those on the other end, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you being here. Thanks, and have a good afternoon or evening, wherever that may be. Thanks so much. Great seeing you.
Thanks for coming, everybody.